Excuse me, could you tell me where the Dinosaur Museum is? I'm 20 minutes late for a lecture and my driver's a bit lost.
Burp, burp. Burp, 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 burp. Burp, 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 burp.
That's a lovely accent you have there. Paleozoic?
Burp, burp.
Day 6. Well then, God said, let there be light. Let the fowl bring forth after their kind.
Burp, 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 burp. Burp, 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 burp.
So what is the deal with dinosaurs? And what's all the fuss? Who created the dinosaur? What did they eat? When did they live? Where did they go? And does it even really matter? Well, people have questions. What we need are answers. But how do we know if our answers are correct? What is the standard by which we measure truth? Do we simply start with man's opinion and see where that takes us? Or is there another option, a more reliable source? An all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing, ever-present source. You see, if we merely start with the one who created us, he can open our eyes to a whole world of understanding. Where we go to find answers helps define who we are. And we are the Truth Group. this episode as we seek to reach understanding through him about the dinosaurs.
You've got to be kidding.
I was following you.
Are dinosaurs in the Bible?
No.
No.
Yes, I believe.
No.
I don't know.
No, they're not. What am I talking about?
No. No.
Somewhere it would have to be in there.
There's hardly any mention of any creatures like dinosaurs in the Bible that I'm aware of.
On occasion, when I am asked about dinosaurs, I show that dinosaurs, although the word is not found in Scripture, they are mentioned, we believe, as tannin, behemoth, and other such words, dragons, that would lead us to believe that dinosaurs are part and parcel of God's creation, and that the Creator, the Lord Jesus Christ, created dinosaurs as well as all the other animals.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion on the field. Here's the head ref now.
Upon further review of the book, the irrefutable evidence is clear. The message stands as called.
That's right. 23 refs agree.
Dinosaurs are in the Bible!
I think that's supposed to mean references.
Oh yeah. That would make a little more sense. My bad.
There's a big disconnect between dinosaurs and the Bible because through years of secular and public education, people are told and taught to believe that dinosaurs did not exist contemporaneously with man, and they were created or they came into being at a totally separate time frame from other animals. And that's just not the case.
Did God tell us when he made the dinosaurs?
Of course not. There are no dinosaurs in the Bible.
Well then, did God tell us when he made the fish?
Ah yes, he made the fish of the water and the fowl of the air, day 5.
Okay then, so did God tell us when he made the birds?
What am I, a crazy person talking to myself? I just said the fowl of the air, day 5.
My bad. So then, did God tell us when he made the land animals?
Ah yes, the land animals God made on day 6, with man. And oi did we make a mess of the place.
Well, I just happen to have here an Apatosaurus. And I was wondering, in your professional opinion, would you say that he flies, he swims, or he walks on the land?
Well, I'm seeing no flippers, I'm seeing no wings. I would say he walks on the land.
So once again, let me ask you, did God tell us when he made the dinosaur?
Aha! Aha!
Richard Owen was the first director of the British Museum of Natural History. He created the word dinosaur in 1841.
If the Bible doesn't make reference to dinosaurs, something strange is going on, because obviously there's dinosaur bones everywhere, huge bones. So often people that believe in evolution think that dinosaur bones are proof the Bible is incorrect. But all you've got to do is study Job 40 verse 15, where the scriptures speak of behemoth. Some Bible commentators in the marginal say this is a hippopotamus, but the scriptures tell us that this largest of creatures that God has made had a tail like a cedar, a huge tail. Well, a hippopotamus doesn't have a huge tail. So it's obviously, in my thought, reference to the dinosaurs.
Now, how can you behold behemoth unless there's actually a behemoth to behold?
In the book of Job, chapter 40, verse 15, the Bible says, "Behold now behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Lo now his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar."
Wait a minute. This is silly. Dinosaurs lived millions of years ago.
Hello. Did you just hear what the guy said? Behemoth, which I made with thee. With thee. You know, day 6. God created all the land-dwelling animals. Looks like he's dwelling on land to me.
No. The biblical account of Behemoth is obviously a reference to the elephant, or quite possibly the hippopotamus.
Okay. He moves his tail like a cedar. Behold, Behemoth.
Like a cedar tree.
The cedar.
So, what did dinosaurs have that no other animal has ever had? Dinosaur babies. I'm not kidding.
So why don't dinosaurs ever forget?
Because nobody ever tells them anything.
Wow, this topic is so complicated. If only somebody could take the complexities of the dinosaur and bring it down to a level that even a child could understand. Or maybe even somebody like me.
Hey, I'm Sean.
And I'm Dan.
And we're here to teach the ABCs about dinosaurs.
That is correct. So, where should we start, Sean?
A?
I said, where should we start, Sean?
The letter A.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Patasaurus.
Patasaurus.
B. Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus, yes.
Did you know that Brachiosaurus was so tall that he could look into the top window of a 5-story building?
I did not know that.
Yes, check this out. Do you know what this is?
Oh, that's a bus.
No.
That is a school bus.
Once again, no.
That's a yellow school bus asaurus.
This is a toy school bus. You see, the real ones, they're bigger. But if this was a real school bus and this was a real Brachiosaurus,
you would be huge.
Yes, and this is what they look like side by side. Now, I have been studying dinosaurs for a really long time.
Because he's old.
And I have come to the conclusion that this Brachiosaurus is not going to fit inside this school bus.
Nope.
So when he goes to school every day, he's going to have to ride on top like a skateboard.
I like skateboards.
And you'll love this.
That's not a skateboard.
Nope, this is a bone from a Brachiosaurus.
Oh.
Can you tell me which bone it is?
The hip bone. It's a kidney bone. That's a brain bone.
This is a toe bone.
Armpit.
Take your finger, bend it like this. Now you'll notice you have 3 bones in your finger. You cannot see the bones. Let me know if you can and I'll get you some help. Now count 2 back. 1, 2. 1, 2. You see, that is the same bone as the Brachiosaurus toe bone.
Whoa, that is bigger than yours.
That's because the Brachiosaurus was bigger than me.
Everything's bigger than him.
Except your ears. Now if you'll notice, his toes were bigger, his feet were bigger, and his legs were bigger. Now the word brachio means arm, so the Brachiosaurus was known as the arm lizard. Now that's one way you can tell the difference between the Brachiosaurus and the Apatosaurus. You see, he has small front legs.
But the Brachiosaurus has big front legs.
So he's jacked up in the front.
But he's jacked up in the back.
So he gets better gas mileage.
But he has more horsepower.
Now I do know if these guys were to come along and step on you, you would be deeply impressed by them.
And around here, that's what we like to refer to as a bad thing. Now, we love the Apatosaurus.
And we love the Brachiosaurus.
But there's one thing about these guys that we do not like. And we're going to tell you about that in just a minute.
Wait. What about the C?
Huh? What's C? Look.
A. Apatosaurus. B. Brachiosaurus. C. The rubber chickenosaurus?
Sure.
Cool. But that's an R.
Chicken, it's a C.
Oh, C is for chicken.
That's good enough for me.
So are we going to tell them what we don't like about these guys?
Yes, but first...
Well, these are some of the famous dinosaur prints at the Biloxi Riverbed in Glen Rose, Texas. And a lot of people believe and they teach that these dinosaur footprints were made millions and millions of years ago. And of course, if that's true, then that means the Bible's wrong.
When did dinosaurs roam the earth?
The biggest misconception we have today about dinosaurs is when did they live?
A long time ago.
Let's see, Jurassic period, I think 300 million years ago.
I'd say about 3,000 years ago, maybe more. Over 10 million years ago.
A long time ago. A couple million years ago.
A very long time ago, even before mammals were here. In the Bible, it showed that only first people, but that wasn't true because mammals came after dinosaurs. It's like dinosaurs, mammals, and people. That's what it meant.
From an evolutionist viewpoint, dinosaurs evolved into existence about 220 million years ago and died out about 65 million years ago, long before man ever came on the scene. That's the biggest misconception. That whole idea is based on an assumption.
In 1990, a nearly complete specimen of Tyrannosaurus Rex was unearthed. Scientists from Montana State University found that these bones were not totally fossilized. Sections of the bone were like fresh bone and contain what seems to be blood cells and hemoglobin, which is a protein that makes blood red and carries oxygen. Now, they're still investigating these controversial discoveries, but common sense would say that if these bones really were tens of millions of years old, then the blood cells and the hemoglobin would have totally disintegrated by now. And the bones certainly shouldn't be fresh.
More recently, in 2002, scientists split open a T-Rex thigh bone and discovered flexible, even elastic, soft tissue meat still inside. Microscopic examination revealed fine, delicate blood vessels with what appear to be intact red blood cells and other type of cells, like osteocytes, which are bone-forming cells. These vessels were soft, translucent, and flexible.
The mummified carcass of a duck-billed hadrosaur named Leonardo also turned up in Montana. The preserved soft tissue, covering 90% of the fossil, contained muscle, nail material, a beak, and skin.
His last meal consisted of a salad of ferns, conifers, and magnolias, seasoned with pollen from 40 different plants.
This type of evidence would undoubtedly lead one to realize that dinosaurs probably aren't as old as previously thought. But for those of the evolutionary mindset, they're busy scrambling trying to prove how dinosaurs and soft tissue survived for over 65 million years. Because, of course, dinosaurs died out way before man came along, right? Right?
Did dinosaurs take a bath? I don't know, is one missing?
Hey, we got a letter from Timmy. He has a question. What do I do when I find a dinosaur in my bed? Well, Timmy, I'd have to tell you, find somewhere else to sleep. Hey, Sean!
Hey, what?
Do you know exactly how long dinosaurs should be fed?
About the same as the short ones.
Psalm 91:13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Oh, how I hate dragons. I never told you about the dragon that destroyed the lovely dinner party we were throwing for the queen. Popped his head right in the window, he did. Set the queen on fire.
The queen did recover quite nicely, sire.
Never mind the queen. Oh, my face. My face. What about my food? And we had just begun to dine. Oh, sore I was.
Sire, did you just say that you're a dinosaur?
That was a what?
A dine-o-saur.
I was merely stating that we had just sat down to dine. Oh, sore I was. Yes, I see. Dinosaur. Dinosaur. That's what we'll call them.
Yippee! That's what we'll call who, sire?
Those terrible lizards. Dinosaurs. Hear ye, by the royal decree of the king. That's me. From this day forward, all dragons shall be known as dinosaurs. That's right, dinosaurs. I like it.
Stop. You can't do that.
Surely you jest.
Yes, I do jest. And, don't call me Shirley.
We are the king. We can do whatever we want to do, and you can't stop us.
Okay, look, here's the problem. Here's a dictionary from 1840, okay? The word dinosaur is not in here.
It's a message from the future.
Here is a dictionary from 1841. Look right here. That's when the word dinosaur came into existence, and that's not for another 230 years. We're still in the early 1600s, and you can't use the word dinosaur because it doesn't exist yet.
Who are you?
How dare you defy my authority? I am the king. Submit to me or taste my wrath.
Okay, all right, I tell you what, King, we'll do it your way, and from now on, we'll call them dragons.
Oh, well done, sire.
Okay, you heard the king, everybody. Dragons, from the top.
You see that, Baldric? It's good to be the king.
Yes, sire. You rule.
This skit is in no way an attempt to portray an actual event or time period of history. This is a skit. It is merely a skit and nothing but a skit. The Truth Group would like to point out that any resemblance to kings, monks, or sidekicks named Baldric is purely coincidental. Please enjoy the rest of the show.
I've been wondering, why do museums have old dinosaur bones in them? I don't know. Probably because they can't afford new ones.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
What makes more noise than a dinosaur?
What?
2 dinosaurs!
Pardon me, Brian? Why are you crying?
I tried to get a Batasaurus for my baby brother.
That's no reason to cry.
Yes, it is. Nobody would trade me.
Hey there, this is Dan.
And he's Sean.
And we're here to teach you about
the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Now, the Tyrannosaurus Rex was also known as the T-Rex.
Hey, you know what you call a T-Rex found south of the Rio Grande?
What?
A T-Rex.
Now, the T-Rex got to be about 20 feet tall. Now, that's only as tall as the front leg of the Brachiosaurus.
What? That can't be right. Look at this.
Well, that's not a very accurate picture. Check this out.
Whoa! So the T-Rex was just a little dude?
Well, he's little compared to the Brachiosaurus. But 20 feet tall is pretty big compared to you.
Compared to you?
Now, his head got to be about 6 feet long. And inside that big old head, you found big old teeth.
Kitty.
Now, if you did a size comparison with his teeth, and let's say his brain, chances are he did a lot more eating than he did thinking. And when he was thinking about eating.
Just like Sean.
What else do we know about this guy, Mr. Dan?
Well, not only did the T-Rex have sharp, pointy teeth, but he also had sharp, pointy toenails. And he also had sharp, pointy fingernails.
But he wasn't very sharp, was he?
No.
Just like Mr. Dan. Now, I've been studying the T-Rex for a very long time.
Yep.
And I've come to the conclusion that you do not want to get a back rub from this guy.
No.
Because around here, that's what we like to refer to as
a bad thing.
Now, we love the T-Rex.
However, there is one thing about this guy that we do not like.
And we're going to tell you about that
in just a minute.
But first,
Hey, what do you suppose they would call it if a terrible lizard caught the winning touchdown?
Dino score!
What'd you think of Sean?
Oh, I'm just kind of wondering, what made the Tyrannosaurus Rex go extinct?
Stink?
Yeah.
Well, that's obvious. They hadn't invented deodorant yet.
No one has ever seen a living dinosaur.
Is that true?
Well, of course that's true.
Well, have you talked to everyone on the entire planet?
Well, not everyone on the planet.
Well, have you talked to everyone who's ever existed?
Well, there was this one nice fellow from Ecuador. Pleasant guy. Just sat outside of a restaurant all day playing checkers against nobody. Shoved paper clips up his nose and even started.
Has anyone ever seen a living dinosaur?
No.
No, no humans have ever seen a living dinosaur.
No.
I would have to say no. No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
Yeah, caveman maybe?
Let me rephrase that question. Will anyone living today see a dinosaur? Probably not, because as far as we know, they're extinct. But we have searched everywhere in the world. But has anybody in history ever seen a living dinosaur? The answer to that one has to be yes, if you believe the Bible. Because the Bible teaches that God created the dinosaurs on day 6, the same days he created Adam and Eve. We also have many legends and traditions throughout history of creatures called dragons. Now, we didn't use the word dinosaur back then because that's a fairly new word. It wasn't invented until the 1800s. So maybe they called them dragons. So did people see dinosaurs living? In history, yes, we know. Even the Bible characterizes a dinosaur-like creature.
Thank you for tuning in to KNSR Channel 42, where we've got the answer, and right now...
We've got your news.
That's right, take it away, Eric.
Okay, actually you got the first story, Simon.
Alexander the Great, 326 BC, reported that while he was conquering parts of what is now India, his soldiers were scared by great dragons that lived in the caves there. Back to you, Eric.
In the year 1271, Marco
Polo
reported on his travels to China. He said the Chinese emperor was raising dragons to pull his chariots in parades.
From around 600 BC, the brick walls from the city of Babylon are found to have had carvings of both lions and dragons on them.
This 2nd century mosaic shows 2 long-necked dinosaurs fighting. Or quite possibly, kissing.
I believe that would be necking.
So it seemed. And here now to keep you updated on how things are in your neck of the woods, we take you to our cryptozoologist. Bob?
Oh, right then. Let's get to it, shall we? Santa Cruz, California. 1925. This creature washed up on the beach. In Scotland, to date, there have been over 11,000 reported sightings of the Loch Ness Sea Monster, or Nessie as I like to call her. And 2 miles off the coast of Pensacola, Florida, in 1962, a man and his 4 friends were diving. He reported that a long-necked sea creature attacked his party, and he was the only one that lived to tell about it. Now, the Likawala Swamp in Africa is about the same size as the state of Illinois. But here, now by a map. There have been sightings of something that appears to be an apatosaurus still living there. The local natives refer to him as Mokele Mabembe. In Kenya, there have been many sightings of pterosaurs still alive today, known to the locals as Kangamato. Now then, Lake Erie plays home to Bessie. The White River Monster lives in the exotic locale of Newport, Arkansas. And up in Alton, Illinois, near St. Louis, that hosts the legend of the Piasa bird. And my personal favorite, Champ, the Lake Champlain Monster. has a cozy little spot between New York and Vermont. And that's the cryptozoology report for today. Back to you guys.
Fascinating information. Thank you, Bob. And thank you for tuning in to KNSR News, Channel 42. Have a great weekend. And remember,
the answer may be closer than you think.
Dinosaurs in the Bible are inextricably linked. The two go together, they dovetail just like politics and corruption. So yes, dinosaurs in the Bible go together and are just a wonderful testament to God's creative design.
All right, the projector's finally loaded up. Come on in here, Billy, and have a seat, and I'll show you what your dad's been doing all weekend.
Oh, I can hardly wait to see the pictures where you've been all weekend. How come you didn't take me? Can you take me next time, Daddy? Can you, huh? Can you?
Oh, don't worry, Billy. You'll be going soon enough.
Hey, Daddy, what's that a picture of there that you got on your trip?
Well, Junior, that appears to be a picture of a man of some sort. Yeah.
Hey, that's a cool picture right there. What kind of animal is that, Dad? What is it, huh?
I think that one, they were trying to depict some sort of bighorn sheep, quite possibly. Yeah.
And ooh, what about that one right there with the long neck and the long big tail? What kind of animal is that, Daddy?
Oh, we have no idea what that would be. No idea.
1979, when I was at Chaco Canyon in New Mexico, an Anasazi Indian ruin, I stumbled across a book that had in it a petroglyph description. It wasn't in the book, but it described the petroglyph. The picture wasn't there, but it said that there were anomalous petroglyphs, rock art carvings of dinosaurs done by the Anasazi. That was a shocker to me. And so once I began to search for the evidence, and I found some of the petroglyphs, these rock art carvings that show that the people saw them in real life, and they drew them on their cave walls and in the canyons of Utah and other places.
As seen from Interstate 10 in Cabazon, California, the uncommon view of two giant dinosaurs on an arid plain surrounded by mountains is an irresistible magnet. Built around 30 years ago, just outside of Los Angeles, the Cabazon dinosaurs are members of an organization dedicated to sharing both the facts and fictions regarding the origins of dinosaurs and man. So take a step inside of these gargantuan creatures to visit the museum and bookstore. And be sure to say hi to Denny and Mr. Rex. Tell them the Truth Group sent you. Woo-hoo!
What do you call a sleeping Stegosaurus? A Stegosaurus.
So exactly what family does the Stegosaurus belong to?
I don't think any families in my neighborhood have one.
What weighs 3,000 pounds and sticks to the roof of your mouth? A peanut butter Stegosaurus sandwich.
Hey there, he's Dan. And I'm Dan. And this is the Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus.
His brain is about the same size as a ping pong ball.
The Stegosaurus.
But his body, it was as big as a van.
Once again, the Stegosaurus.
But unlike a van, if you wanted to ride on this guy, I wouldn't recommend sitting in the back.
Don't do it.
Because these are very uncomfortable.
Very pointy.
And around here, that's what we like to refer to as
a bad thing.
And then there's the spine plates.
In case you get hungry.
Now this is one of the small ones from down around the tail. Now the big ones were bigger than the small ones.
Bigger.
Now, I've been studying dinosaurs for a really long time, and I've come to the conclusion that the Stegosaurus had to be very careful while putting their shirt on every day.
Yeah, I don't think he wore a shirt.
Okay. So you're saying the guy just walked around with no shirt on, just pants?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't wear pants either.
So he just walked around in his underwear?
Nope, no underwear.
What?
Ugh, that's just gross.
Yeah.
Well, we love the Stegosaurus.
Even though he walked around naked.
However, there's one thing that we do not like.
And we're gonna tell you about that
in just a minute. But first,
most information about dinosaurs comes from fossils. Is that true?
Could you tell us a little something about yourself? All right.
What did dinosaurs eat?
Meat.
Oh, they love meat. Steaks and eggs and all that good stuff.
Animals that have meat in them.
Other dinosaurs and meat. Meat.
Any kind of meat? Meat.
Other dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're predators.
Trees.
They believe that Tyrannosauruses ate meat because they had carnivorous teeth.
The green iguana primarily consumes plants, mainly leaves and fruits. The langur monkey, known as the leaf monkey, mainly eats leaves along with fruit, flowers, and grass. The giant panda enjoys a unique diet of bamboo. The fruit bat, appropriately, eats fruit and enjoys licking nectar from flowers. So, scientifically speaking, the only thing we know for sure about animals with sharp teeth is that they have sharp teeth.
Is there really a God? Why is there death and suffering? What really happened to the dinosaurs? Where did the races come from? Where did Cain get his wife? How can I spend eternity in heaven? You have questions. They have answers. In Genesis. Defending the truth and authority of the Bible from the very first verse. Enabling Christians to defend their faith more effectively. Boldly proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ. Visit the Creation Museum and take a visual walk through the 7 C's of history. Creation, corruption, catastrophe, confusion, Christ, cross, consummation. Find answers in Genesis at the Creation Museum.
Gopher!
Yes, sir.
Gopher! Wood!
Gopher wood.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Should make for a pretty good ride.
Sure.
Boy, this is great. Well, I think that just about wraps everything up. We're all aboard and ready to go.
Wait. What about the dragons?
The dragon? What are you talking about? The dragons are too big. There's not going to be enough room to fit them inside this boat.
Well, sure, the big ones are big, but the little ones are not so big.
The largest dinosaur egg ever found is about the same size as a football. Yeah.
Perhaps you haven't noticed something about this boat. The boat is big.
Well, how big is it?
This ark is so big, when it sits around the house, it really sits around the house. You see, this ark is 300 cubits long.
At over 430 feet, that is actually slightly larger than an NFL football field, including both end zones. We're in about, yep, a little further. Yep, there you go.
This ark is 50 cubits wide.
At over 70 feet, that's just about half of the width of the same football field. Yep, there. Yep, all right. Good.
And it has a height of 30 cubits.
That reaches at least 10 feet higher than your typical NFL goalpost.
You see, my friend, reptiles never stop growing. So the big ones are so big because they're so old. After all, even Noah is 600 years old. Things can live for a long time in this world. Okay, now think about it. The purpose of the ark is to preserve every kind of animal. So after the voyage, when they get off, they're going to have to repopulate the entire planet. You want to take the younger ones because they're going to live longer. And it just so happens that the younger ones are smaller.
Just remember to take a pink one and a blue one, because that'll be important later.
But won't they eat everything? There's not going to be a whole lot of animals left at the end of this voyage.
No. Don't you remember? 1,600 years ago, in chapter 1, God made everything. On the 6th day, he made the beasts of the earth. That's the same day he made Adam and Eve. And he told them all they were going to eat the fruits and the vegetables and the seeds. You see, dragons don't eat meat. None of the animals eat meat. They were made to be vegetarians, like you and me.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, now you remember.
So, God never intended for animals to eat each other?
No, and he certainly wouldn't want humans to go around eating all the animals. I'm sure that would never happen.
Certainly not without some sort of life-changing catastrophic event, that's for sure.
Now, okay, I suppose you may just have something there. Okay, dragons, you heard them. Everybody on the ark, hurry up, let's go. All aboard! Come on, Behemoth, make it snappy. Now, single file now. Try not to step on the raptors. Did you just spit on me?
No. You know what? I think it's that rain that Noah's been talking about. Hey, look. The door is closing.
Goodbye. Right.
We'll miss ya.
Be sure when you get back to let us know to tell us about all your adventures.
Hey, Doc.
Yep.
I don't think we're gonna see them again.
Why? You don't think there's something wrong with that boat? Don't say that, Gopher.
No. I think there's something wrong with us. We've been left behind.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 19. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark.
The Greeks, they divided all reptiles into 5 categories. They said there were alligators and crocodiles, there were turtles, serpents, and lizards, and the 5th classification was the Draco. It was gigantic, it had long tails, it had hideous heads, sharp teeth, long necks. And also they said the Draco did not walk on like splayed out legs like this, but upright like this. And paleontologists said that's impossible in the 1940s and 50s and 60s. But later on, we found out that the Greek accounts were correct. The dinosaurs walked upright like this, and their tails were sticking out. That was later corrected in the textbooks. But it just shows again that the ancient people had seen the dinosaurs in real life.
Hey, what do you call a dinosaur that just won't give up? A Triceratops. Oh! You're gonna try. Ooh.
So I'm at the doctor's office, and the receptionist comes out and says, "Hey Doc, there's an invisible Triceratops in the waiting room." The doc turns and says, "Hey, tell him I can't see him right now."
I wonder, what does a Triceratops sit on?
Is Triceratops bottom?
Oh my!
Hey there, I'm Sean.
And I'm not Sean.
And this is the Triceratops. Now, Triceratops is a word that means 3 horns on your face.
Yeah, I think they call him that because he has 3 horns on his face.
You think? Now, I've been studying dinosaurs for a really long time, and I've come to the conclusion that having 3 horns on your face would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it would be uncomfortable going through life with just 1 horn on your face. Like you'd go to kiss your mom goodnight or something, and she'd be mad at you for at least 12 minutes.
And around here, that's what we like to refer to as a bad thing. Now, this is from a teenage Triceratops.
Yeah, that means the older ones got bigger, right?
That's right. The older ones got up to be 3 feet long, and that's just the horns.
That's almost your height. We love the Triceratops. However,
there is one thing we do not like, and we're going to tell you about that
in just a minute.
But first,
what happened to the dinosaurs?
They got extinct. They died. They all died out.
The axle changed on the earth and it turned around, and there was something that happened where dinosaurs couldn't live anymore and then they died.
They got killed by meteor.
They died.
They got extinct.
They just died.
Meteor. Lots of argument about that. No one's really certain, but they certainly aren't around any longer.
Now, why do they think it's a meteor came down and struck? Well, throughout the Earth, we find this layer of clay, and we find a chemical in there called iridium. And they think that's the result of a meteor impact that destroyed all the dinosaurs. Well, there's major problems with that. One, the dinosaurs all didn't die out in that one layer. They're all up and down the geologic column. Secondly, if all the dinosaurs died out from a meteor impact, we have light-sensitive creatures that survive that meteor impact when there's supposedly no sunlight. So we have a problem there. And third, we're not even sure that it was a meteor impact. And now some of these secular scientists saying that meteor impact in the Mexican Peninsula was not the right time frame and not the right size. So there's confusion within the evolutionist camp. So what really did happen to the dinosaurs? Well, from a biblical perspective, when we look at the real history, a lot of people in the churches think maybe they died out in the flood. Well, many of them did die out in the flood. However, the Bible clearly teaches that 2 of every land-breathing creature went on that ark.
Hey, Professor, I was hoping that you could tell me what causes animals to become extinct.
People would hunt them and kill them and eat them. Or they would clear the land that the animals lived in. Or a catastrophic event could happen.
Like a flood.
Or death and disease can wipe them out. Or genetic mutations.
What caused the dinosaurs to become extinct?
Well, I don't know that.
Most of them, it looked like, became extinct through a catastrophic accident, like perhaps a flood. And so the dinosaurs that did survive, of course, were able to procreate to a limited extent throughout areas like China, where the national symbol is the dinosaur, England, where we have ideas about King George and the dragon. These are not scientific evidences, of course, but they are legal historical evidences, and we can glean some truth through that. So the truth of dinosaurs, I think, rests in the biblical record primarily, and then, of course, the fossil record as well, which is a scientific application.
If I were to offer you a fistful of diamonds or a glass of cool, clear water, which would you choose? The diamonds, obviously. Who in his right mind wouldn't? But if you found yourself crawling through a desert, your lips are blistered, your tongue is swollen, you're dying of thirst, and I was to offer you a glass of cool, clear water or a fistful of diamonds, you'd despise the diamonds and say, "Give me the water, lest I die." That's what's known as circumstantial priorities. Your priorities change according to your circumstances.
If there was a way for you to get eternal life, would you be interested? Of course you would. Anyone in his right mind would. God is offering you eternal life. But right now, perhaps you're not interested. You prefer the sparkling diamonds of your sin. Well, on the day of judgment, your circumstances will radically change. You'll cry out, "God, save me!" But then it will be too late.
Hey!
Is it true that a Velociraptor can't attack you if you're carrying a tree branch? Oh, I guess that all depends on how fast you can carry it. Yeah.
Hey, why did the Velociraptor cross the playground?
To get to the other slide.
Hey, what do you call a Velociraptor with carrots in his ears? Well, I reckon that you can call him whatever you like, because he can't hear you. What's up?
I lost my pet Velociraptor.
Well, why don't you put it in the paper or something?
Don't be silly. Velociraptors can't read.
Okay. Whatever, dude.
Hey there, he's not Sean.
And he's not Dan.
But this is the world famous Velociraptor.
And did you know?
You know when they find these guys?
Now you know when they find these guys, typically they're only 3 to 4 feet tall. They're little bitty. Now the tallest ones that they've ever found are 6 feet tall.
Nevertheless, if you do find one of these guys and they're only 3 to 4 feet tall, does that mean you want to go up to them and start smacking them on the head?
Ow! No.
No, not at all. Because all of them have a bunch of
Velociraptor claws.
That's right. Now, I've been studying dinosaurs for a really long time. And I've come to the conclusion these guys had to be very careful while picking their nose.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to bump him in the elbow when he's doing that.
No, because around here, that's what we like to refer to as
a bad thing.
Now, we love the Velociraptor.
However, there is one thing about this guy that we do not like.
And we're going to tell you about that right now. Right now. Not later, now. Now. Right here. There we go.
So, what don't we like about the dinosaurs?
You see, what we really don't like is the way that dinosaurs are used to lie to people.
You know, I don't like the way dinosaurs are being used to lie to people.
We don't like the way dinosaurs are being used.
I don't appreciate the way dinosaurs are being used to lie to people. How about you, Frank?
I do not like the way dinosaurs are used to lie to people.
Lie to people.
To lie to people.
We don't like the way dinosaurs are used to lie to people.
To lie to people.
Really, I don't like the way dinosaurs are being used to lie to people. It really breaks me up.
All right, let me show you what we're talking about. I'm a young person, and I'd like to learn about dinosaurs. So let's see what the local bookstore has to offer on the subject. On the first page of this book, it says dinosaurs lived 65 million years ago. What happened to the dinosaurs? I want to know. And on the first page of this one, it says dinosaurs lived on the earth 160 million years? You see, it seems that from a very early age, we're taught to believe that dinosaurs are synonymous with millions and billions of years. More than 160 million years, life-size dinosaurs, 230 million years ago, before mysteriously disappearing 65 million years ago, millions of years ago. 65 million years ago, 250 to 65 million years ago, began 4,600 million years ago.
It's one thing to believe a lie, but it's another thing to teach one. I don't know exactly when it happened, but somewhere along the way, the dinosaur became the poster boy for evolution. And here at the Truth Group, we don't like that. So...
we're taking the dinosaurs back.
We're taking dinosaurs back! Uh-oh.
We're taking the dinosaurs back!
Because what we really love about dinosaurs is the truth.
And the truth is, God created the dinosaurs on day 6, along with all the other land animals. They lived in the garden with Adam and Eve. They survived the flood inside the ark. They were seen by Job. And throughout most of history, they've been known as dragons. And as far as we can tell, they have all gone extinct.
But who knows? Maybe some of them are still alive today.
And the reason why evolutionists fight so hard against dinosaurs and man living together, because if dinosaurs and man did live together, according to the Bible, then evolution would be DOA, dead on arrival. It would melt down faster than the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz.
Wait a minute. If that's true, all we have to do is find a living dinosaur and we can make everybody a Christian. They'll all believe. This is great. I gotta tell Dan about this. We've landed on the moon.
See, that sounds good and all, but it's not likely. You see, the truth is, they've already got the law and the prophets. And if they're not going to believe that, then they're not going to believe anything. Not even if someone were to rise from the dead. And you know what? That's already been done. I love the Apatosaurus. I love Brachiosaurus.
Oh no, King Kong's gonna eat me.
I love Tyrannosaurus. I love Stegosaurus. I love Triceratops. I love the Velociraptor. However, there is one thing about these guys that I do not like. And
Most information about dinosaurs comes from fossils. Is that true?
Could you tell us a little something about yourself?
I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. But first,
Dinosaurs. I like it. Yes, I love it. I want some more of it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
the Apatosaurus gets good gas mileage. Oh yeah. The Brachiosaurus.
Weird kid-playosaurus, known for his high-top face and uncanny rhythm of building.
Tyrannosaurus has a little bitty brain. It's very small. Stegosaurus walks around naked. Ew. Triceratops has 3 horns on his face. Velociraptor picks his nose. However, there is one thing about these guys that I do not like, And I'm going to tell you about that.
I don't even know where we're at. What are we doing?
A minute. Yes, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Are we doing that
in just
again?
a minute. I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. I'm gonna tell you about it right now. You see, I don't like the way the devil uses dinosaurs to lie to people.
Hey, Jonathan! Hey, Sean! How do you know when there's a mammoth under your bed?
How do I know there's a mammoth under my bed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because your nose is on the ceiling.
Hey! What comes after extinction?
I don't know. Why extinction?
Makes sense. What comes after why extinction?
The end?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just coming into us. Evidently, yes, a Brachiosaurus is devouring a factory in Switzerland.
Wait a second. What's a Brachiosaurus doing devouring a factory?
Okay. Evidently, he was a plant eater.